Guys, I'm sorry, I'm Yuvraj thinking here. I'm sorry if I haven't added an intro, logo or any pictures. I'm still learning how to use my movie maker and Photoshop, and still making the logo and stuff. But they're gonna be in future videos soon. So today is a video I promised yesterday, comparing the Nova 2i, the Nova 3e, and the Samsung Galaxy A8. Just to clarify, the Nova 2i is called the Mate 10 Lite in some countries, and the Nova 3 is called the P20 Lite in other countries. So let's begin with display and the build quality. Both these three phones look stunning. They are truly worthy of being called 2018 mid-range phones. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 only comes with a 76% screen to body ratio, and the Nova 3e and the Nova 2i come with a 83% and 84% screen to body ratio respectively. The Nova 3e also has a notch, which I'm really not that fond of, but you can easily disable it with Huawei's settings, which are pretty optimized now. Now, the back of both these three phones look stunning. However, I do prefer the Nova 3e. This is due to the fact that this has 15 layers of glass, and therefore it reflects light to create this shimmery effect, and I really love the twilight color on the P20 Pro, which is also present on the Nova 3e. The Samsung Galaxy A8 does look stunning in a midnight black finish, and the Nova 2i, it's alright. It has metal back. It's decent, but I do prefer the glass backs. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 beats the Nova 3 due to the fact that it does have wireless charging. Now, that really isn't a deal breaker for most people, but well, it's nice to know that you have wireless charging. Also, the Nova 3e on the front has IPS display technology, just like the Nova 2i, and all these three phones have full HD plus resolution. The Samsung Galaxy A8, however, has Super AMOLED display, which does present deeper blacks and is but overall a better display than IPS LCD. So the design and the display of these phones, all these three phones, are really good. However, the best display does come in the Samsung Galaxy A8, and I do prefer the design of the Nova 3e. The build quality of the Nova 2i is better due to the fact that it has a metal frame and a metal back. The front screen of all these three phones are pretty durable due to Corning's Gorilla Glass 5, which is present on all these three phones. Actually, however, the Nova 2i does come with a Corning's Gorilla Glass 4, which is still pretty strong. The processor of all these three phones are pretty fast, however, for a mid-range phone. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 is by far the best. This is due to the fact that both the Nova 2i and the Nova 3 come with last generation Kirin 659 chips. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 comes with the S7 Exynos 7810 chipset, which is still really fast by modern standards. Therefore, if you're wanting for a really fast phone, I would suggest getting the Samsung Galaxy A8. The camera on all these three phones looks stunning. However, the Nova 2i and the Nova 3's photos can sometimes have a little bit too much contrast and saturation, and sometimes the photos look a bit washed out. The Samsung Galaxy A8 delivers constantly good photographs, and it's really good. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 does not have a dual camera setup like the Nova 3 and the Nova 2i on the rear, which enables depth effects and bokeh effects on the Huawei phones. However, the Nova 2i beats the Nova 3 due to the fact that on the front-facing camera it has a dual camera setup for the bokeh effects. Now, although it has a dual camera on the front, it's not on par with the Pixel 2 or the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, but it's nice to know that you can take really good bokeh effect selfies. The Nova 3 Studio Lighting effect is just a complete rip-off of Apple's Studio Lighting effect, and it's just trash. The Samsung Galaxy A8, however, does come with the f1.7 aperture on both cameras, the front and the rear. The Nova 3 and the Nova 2i are stuck with f2.2 apertures. This means for night shots and afternoon shots, the Samsung Galaxy A8 is better than the Huawei phones. However, if it's in the night and you want to take a really good photo, I would suggest that you get that I would say that the Nova 3 and the Nova 2i shoot better photos than the Samsung Galaxy A8. This is due to the fact to the Huawei's night mode. Now this mode has a 4-second exposure, and this really makes a wide difference. It just makes the photo look far better than like a photo taken in auto mode, even on the S9 with f1.5 aperture. You can see Mr. Who's the Boss. He shows how the night mode works on the P20, and the quality and the results are stunning. Samsung Galaxy A8 does have an IP68 certification. Now this does not mean that the phone is waterproof. Do not go into the pool with it. However, it's nice to know that if you're going outside and it's raining heavily, that your phone will survive. The Nova 2i and the Nova 3 will also probably survive light rain and stuff, but like, yeah, it's nice to know that you can drop your phone accidentally in like the pool or something and it won't be damaged. The Huawei Nova 2i is a good phone. However, it is just not that Nova 3, by the way, I'm sorry, not the Nova 2i. However, it is just not worth it. The Nova 2i sells for $100 cheaper, and really the only difference you're getting here is a glass back, and that's about it. So why would you want the Nova 3 when you get the Nova 2i, which has pretty much the same camera, same display, same build quality, equal chipset performance, same amount of RAM. All three of these phones have 4 GB of RAM. It's just the same quality package. Therefore, I would suggest, if you're choosing for the cheapest phone here and for a really good phone, mid-range phone, that you get the Nova 2i. However, the Samsung Galaxy A8 is really good. For $600, it is the best mid-range phone you can get. Obviously, I'm talking about AUD here. It is faster than all these three phones, supports wireless charging. Oh, and I forgot to completely mention, it has a USB Type-C port, unlike the micro USB ports found on the Nova phones. This is not really a deal breaker, but if you want the Samsung DeX connections and other stuff, then the Samsung phone is the one for you. I also completely forgot to mention about EMUI and Samsung Galaxy's TouchWiz. EMUI is simple to use, but it's just not that optimized compared to Samsung experience found on the Samsung phone. If you're choosing a phone purely based on OS, I would say get the Samsung Galaxy A8. So, reaching my final conclusions: don't get the Nova 3e. If you want a cheap phone which is really good and it will last you for 2 years, get the Nova 2i. If you want a really good phone which delivers near flagship experience and for a good price, the Samsung Galaxy A8, you can find it for around $600 on the market right now. It's a really good deal. You could probably get it. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.